Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom, shalom. Giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, which rule well. All right, peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai, which hold their conduct, composure, and integrity. All right, this is Brother Yakawal. As you see on the title, it's a response to a lesson that was actually made by Apostle Rakah. Basically, we are coming up to the home stretch. All right, we are coming up to the home stretch. And what the apostle was going into, which he was with some elders as well and other brothers, they were going into how just, America has an experiment by the elites. Their little plan, all right, their experiment is wrapping up. It's coming to a close because their intended purpose is basically to try out and see what they got to do to enslave humanity, mainly you Jakes. All right, they're seeing that it's coming to a wrap. It's coming close because now they're about to push the MOTB. All right, you're seeing these big companies, man. They're falling out. The economy is broken. The apostle was using Social Security as an example, which that was one of the first things I thought about. Even before I watched this video, but it's a spirit. But basically, to those that do understand, all right, we're actually in a, we already know that we are in a time where we're actually about to see this all come to pass. All right, when it said in Habakkuk, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but yet it shall surely come to pass. Pursuant to Ezekiel, Jeremiah. All right, like it's getting exciting because you also got I posted something on my channel yesterday with Trump, and it said that Trump was the first president ever to have his mugshot taken. All right, and there's algorithms, there's calculations, so to speak, going on in this world right now, man. But it's looking, it's looking ready. All right, we're getting to a very exciting time. That's all I can say. All right, I was thinking about the dollar again, the Federal Reserve and everything, and when you look at today, man, people can barely even survive, man. The money's failing, and if you go, I was going to mention that as well. When you go onto the internet, I believe you can find it on YouTube. When you type in similarities between Rome, the Roman Empire, and America, you'll find out that the same way that the Roman Empire fell with its economy is the same way that America's going. It's literally the same thing. They tried to stretch their money out. They were clipping coins, and those coins were given back to the like the ones that would, like foundry today. You take cast iron back to the original place where it was molded from, and you melt it back down to make the mold again if there was an imperfection or a nick. All right, but the same way, like with America and its money today, okay. They're just trying to keep pouring money into the economy, but it's money that they don't have. Okay. See, what you're getting now today, with this dollar or this quarter or shit, not even a penny, but what you're getting now is because of inflation, that quarter, it doesn't mean anything anymore. All right. The apostles were bringing out that, which shit, I remember this, man, and I was in middle school, when I was in elementary. I remember, man, like the apostle used the Snicker bar as an example. Back, bro, Snickers used to cost like a good sized Snicker bar, man. When I was young, man, it used to cost like 30, 40 cents. Gas, man, I actually I seen gas at like $1.26 when I was a kid. You know, when I got to high school, it got up to $2. You know, but like today, you know, they you know, look at the price of it. It's doubled. Everything, the price of everything is doubled. Okay, but it's getting to a point, you know, where I gotta sneeze, Salaka. I can't get it out. But anyways, but you're just seeing this place deflate. You're seeing, you know, like the scriptures say, which I wanted to read this because this is the precept that the apostle had brought out. But this is Ecclesiastes 12, and I'm going to start at verse 1 for a reason. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, which is why us, you know, the ones that have the understanding, you know, the house of faith, the house of David, all right, the true elect. That's why we, you know, are staying diligent and vigilant, you know, because we don't want to get caught up in those evil days. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, but the evil days are nigh. All right, the years are spent. You know that scriptures tell you in Romans, the 13th chapter. Is it 13:11 or 11:13, where it says that now is your salvation more near than when we believe the hour is far spent. The years are over in this place, man. See, the thing about these other countries, and I don't want to get too far off a point, but not the countries, but these other empires that ruled at their time, they all had the same mentality that America has today, that the people have today. They all had plans. They all wanted to, you know, they all thought that they were going to be the ruling, predominant or dominant ruling nation forever. But look what the Lord did to them. The Lord closed up shop and destroyed those certain kingdoms, all right, and went to the next one, okay? Which with Esau is trying to work his own agenda. He thinks that he's going to be able to fight past, you know, when the Lord closes shop on America. See, Esau is closing up America. You know, he's bleeding out the system and he's destroying it to really set up the new world order, which is going to come through the Charagma, okay? Even the apostle went into it, but there's been many articles already that they're incentivizing, you know, and mainly because these elderly can't support themselves off of Social Security, but now they're coming with this incentive that if you take the Charagma, you'll get, you know, $2,000 a month, you know, and that to an old 70-year-old, 80-year-old being, that looks pretty good, considering the fact that they're struggling already off of Social Security already by itself, you know. See, and this is one thing I thought about with Jake. Jake has been broke for so damn long that the slightest alleviation of you know, of seduction through material, the littlest, the real little shit will win Jake over. So imagine, you know, this incentive where, you know, Jake is offered $2,000 a month if they take the MOTB. That looks pretty damn good. That's free money. Especially a lot of women too, man. A lot of you women, man, y'all don't like to fucking work. Y'all use child support already. Y'all use the government. Y'all already lean on the government like a motherfucker. Y'all got SNAP benefits, TANF, okay, WIC, and the system heavily supports the woman, you know, to keep that you already know, the empowerment shit going. But, you know, women are going to be a major contributing factor to the MOTB as well, because y'all ain't got no faith. Like I said, y'all want to be lazy and hoe out, and while getting free money. So that $2,000 for this, you know, for a month, just for putting a little piece of technology in your hand, doesn't seem bad. And that's another thing, man, with the world, with Esau, man, he made this shit look like it's not even a problem. Ain't nothing wrong with it's technology. What's so bad about putting it in your skin? And honestly, that is like that's like I don't know how to say it. It doesn't sound wrong, does it? When you think about it, well, we got this new piece of technology, man. It's gonna hold all your information. Just put it in you just gotta put it in your skin, you know, because we're trying to make this more convenient, you know. That doesn't sound wrong at all. That's the wickedness of Esau, man. Because we already know that if you take the MOTB, man, it's going to come with a whole plethora of fallouts and evils, man. The agenda really goes to Esau wanting to control everybody. And we already know that this device, man, has a lot more, has a lot more force behind it than any other agenda or plan that Esau has ever pushed out. Because this is the end result and goal that Esau wanted from the beginning. All right, he used false flag operations. All right, Pearl Harbor, what do you call it? The Twin Towers. He did these small little false flag operations so that he could push his agenda. With the what was it? The Patriot Act that was enacted when the Twin Towers got blown up by Esau. Helped him push more surveillance and invasion of privacy to your people. He's saying it's to protect potential terrorism and threats to America, but it was never for that reason. It was so that he could watch you. He could tap your phones now. It's already said that every 1 in 3 calls to every citizen in America, their calls are tapped. I've actually heard my phone get tapped before, man. I can tell. But anyways, you see that we already know. When we see something about the MOTB, you should already know full damn well what a brother's going to talk about, man. There's nothing hidden from us anymore, man. We know Esau's plan. Whether he tried to throw us off or throw a wrench, which the scriptures talk about him trying to, frustrate prophecy. But whatever he tried to do, regardless, man, we see through it. We see that it's all for the charagma. It's all to get you to bow down and worship. Okay? But let me go back to this precept. And Shalom, by the way, I see you comment, but Shalom, Yahbashim Sabrakatah. Let's see. Ecclesiastes 12:1. Again, it says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh. Like I said, the years have already, come nigh, man, because we're at the end of this thing. All right. The time that America had to flourish and thrive and stay forever, it's already wrapping up. Okay? It says, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. This is talking, ultimately these bigger companies, man, that they're starting to fail. They're starting to give in. You have something called BlackRock, which BlackRock is one of these big investing companies that gives to other companies. But in order to get an investment, or in order to get money from BlackRock implements leftist policies to that company. And every time that they don't promote whatever it is that BlackRock's trying to push with the money that they're giving them, then that company will either default out, close up. It said that if you look up behind BlackRock, what happens if you don't listen to their policies? They'll tell you that these CEOs that don't listen to them, they get consequences. It says they'll have trouble with their company. So Esau's forcing, these companies, these strong men already, these stronger companies, he's forcing them to follow, their plan, their ideals. And that's ultimately to make this world freaky, make all you inhabitants freaky as hell and weird, while being completely satanic and demonic. All right? And trust me, man, when you take that chip, man, that right there, you identify that you are okay with what is going on in America. You are fine and dandy. All right? If you take that chip, man, you have signaled to the Lord himself, the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father and the Son. You have signaled and clarified that you submit to America, that you trust in man. All right? So, but going back to Ecclesiastes 12:3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And we're getting to that point, man. You see all these companies, all these banks, which banks are in it. They're in that shit, man. They're all a part of this whole fallout. But you see all these companies and stores shutting down, man, that have been up for decades and years. You know, it's because they're being is that what the word is? That the proper word to use? Reprimanded? You know, like where you basically, you know, you chastise something, right? Let me see if that's even the right word. All right, hold on. Define reprimand. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, when they're reprimanded, a rebuke, especially an official one. Yeah. Okay. So that, yeah, that's the right word. So that's what's happening with all these companies now. That's why these small businesses can't survive, because and everything that's been happening to this point was all set up to destroy small businesses. All right, your family owned, locally owned. All right, you know, small outlets and all that. Slack, I got a fly over here, just won't leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, man. But that's all because Esau, you know, intentionally set up. What's the damn word, man? With these events, these polycrises. There you go. With these polycrises that Esau is behind and responsible for, that he caused. All right. That's why everything is failing. You know. I know there's a scripture, well, it talks about that he is more wiser than Daniel, man. Like, this man literally was able to create a way where he could be the controller behind every fall of something. That's crazy, man. This devil is responsible for the destruction or a closing or not being able to sustain. This devil's behind it all. You know, like I mentioned the dollar earlier, I didn't really get to go into it. But God damn, there's one fly, man. He keeps flying around me. But the dollar, man, was never meant to have longevity. It was never meant to be the ultimate currency. All right, and you see that. All right, the dollar was never meant to have longevity. It was never meant to be the sustainable, the sustainable commodity that we were to use forever, man. It was because it was always meant to lean to a digital era. It was always meant to go digital. Cause I brought out that movie Kodachrome. There's a movie called Kodachrome. There's only one good scene in that movie, and it's where they explain why they did away with Kodachrome. Which Kodachrome was color pictures, like the Polaroid cameras, and you could take the picture and it'd come out. And they tell you the reason why they did away with Kodachrome is because if you have physical copies, which the dollar bill in a sense is a physical copy, you know, it's a receipt of silver. But if you have something physical, you can't destroy it as easily. You would have to, you know, rob and, you know, break in and you'd have to physically take it. You would have to invade and force yourself, which that would shed too much light on these elites' plans. You know, everybody would be like, why the fuck are they coming into our houses like this? You know? So they had to be cunning and they had to be crafty. They had to be a skillfully deceptive hunter. All right. But with Kodachrome, it said they did away with it, so you can't have a physical copy. We're moving everything digital because with digital, you can control it and you can delete it. And that's that right there, ultimate control, man. Imagine you holding someone's fucking life right here, man, or you're holding their savings in your hand right here. And at the click of a button, or just imagine you got a lighter to it, you know, and you're holding it right there in front of them. Give it back. All right, just tell me that you agree to be in a Mo. Wear this cross-dressed outfit for me, and you'll get it back. Here you go. But imagine if you don't. The second they do it, they ignite that shit up. That's essentially what this system has led to, man. Esau is gaining control to where he's already had the control, but he has the control now to where he can delete anything about you. All right. You know, look at the celebrities. The celebrities are small examples, man. Like with Kanye, man. Look what they did with him at a quick instant, at a moment's notice. All right, this man lost $3 billion. Just like that. Kanye West because he spoke about going DEFCON, this and that on the you know what people. All right, and just like that, Adidas snatched a deal that gave him $3 billion. So that's what Esau wants to do to you. Oh, you don't agree? You don't think that it's okay for me to, as a man, to wear lipstick and go out and say that I'm a woman? You ain't okay with that? All right, there goes your check. Oh, wait, what? You had a different account. Well, there you go. Delete. That's what Esau's trying to do here, man. He's trying. What's that one? The elders, the Zionist movement, the learned elders of Zion. I believe it's where they had that nasty big nose, follow your nose looking ass, that toucan bird nose, you wish person. And there's a picture where they're holding they're holding the earth in their hand with and there's blood coming out of it. You know, Esau got the earth by the balls, basically. You know? And very soon, like the apostle said, man, very soon we're going to see this happening. We're not going to be out here talking about the videos, you know, making lessons about, you know, do you see it now? It's going to be happening. You're going to have to see it. You're not going to have any choice. All right? Because when they start rolling out them incentive plans and people are lining up to get the chip, you know, you're definitely going to see it. You know? But let me get this precept. Back in Ecclesiastes 12:3, in the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And that's going to be because you're going to have all types of things going on, man. You're going to have people for the charagma. You're going to have the people that ain't for the charagma. And a lot of businesses are going to get shut down. All right, over the years, you've had people get asked, you know, what do you believe the mark of the beast in Revelation is talking about? Do you believe in the mark of the beast? Do you know, what do you think it might be? People have said it could be I think it's a tattoo, it's a barcode, it's the number of man. But you have a lot of people out there, man, and especially in this time, especially now, man, because people are seeing how this economy is leading or being led, how the system is being brought up. People are seeing, like, wait a minute. They're saying that CBDC needs to be inserted. It has to be, it's a microchip being inserted to you. So people are starting to catch on. And they might have heard from, you know, maybe the actual prophets, or they've heard from their mom, their auntie, that, you know, whoever. Hey, did you hear that? It says that we're supposed to insert this. And then, you know, there's been speculation for so long what the mark of the beast is, man, but we all know what it really is. All right, we know that it's an RFID chip. All right, and it's becoming more obvious because of how these companies, how the news is bringing out what do you call it? These globalists. All right, who else, man? Well, you even got small businesses. You got average businesses. They're talking about going digital. I can't remember, there was a fast food restaurant, a very known fast food restaurant, that's talking about going digital, doing away with money. So what are we going to use next? You know? And if gradualism doesn't stop right there, then where does it stop? So you got to ask and you got to think about it. Okay, well, they're trying to turn digital. Okay, fine. I'll just, if they have a system for me to convert my dollar bills or give it back to them to turn into digital money, cool. Well, how do I access it? Well, you got this it's a card. Maybe they might do that. Who knows? You know, you got the they've been talking about the digital coin or whatever. But like I said, they're saying in the news, you got to insert it. Huh? Now they're saying that the CBD is not the ultimate reserve or currency. What's it going to be now? Well, now they're working up to this. Well, we have this this technology that we've been working on to perfect so that you can carry CBDC. Like, man, it's gonna come in a very plain way to us, but to the world, it's gonna catch everybody off guard. All right. Going back, says, and those that look out the windows will be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. And that's going to be because you're going to have chaos in America, man. Like I said, you have a lot of people that are catching on. You have some zealots in America, man. You have those that, even of Esau, man, you have Esau that's against Esau. They're not okay with being fucking chipped, you know. But you're gonna have a lot of people, man, that are gonna resist, you know. And that's what Esau's been, that too, man. Esau's been testing with these little polycrises that he's behind. He's been seeing how the people are reacting. He's seeing that there's a little bit of a civil unrest. There's still a little bit of resistance. What Esau wants to do is try to eliminate all that. He wants to make it to where, that's what subliminal messaging is about. He wants to make it to where when he does bring out and roll out the next device, which is the RFID chip, he doesn't want you people as resistant. He wants you to just take it. And that comes through the subliminal, the pseudoscience and subliminal messaging. There's another word though. There's another yeah, I gotta chill sometimes, man. Crackers are walking close as hell, man. I have my windows open, so. But anyways, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Man, Salakia, man. If I remember it, I'll come back to it. But anyways, damn, what was I saying, man? This always happens to me. Salakia. Well, I'll just go back to what I remember I was saying. I was just talking about the RFID chip. Let me just go ahead and read the scripture. Salakia, man. Salakia. It's Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise." Yeah, okay, so I was talking about the grinding is going to be low because you're going to have a lot of businesses already shut. Like I said, a lot of people are going to resist. That's what I was talking about, the subliminal messaging. There's another word that's used outside of pseudoscience and subliminal messaging, where it's a type of spirit. It's a, what do you call it? Like it's a method. Is it? No, it's not revelation of method. There's a method that Esau, you know, and these that he'll use through the media outlets and everything with the programming, you know, on TV and everything. It's a certain type of method where like he'll flash the images at you, or he'll talk about it over the span of time. And at that time, you might be, whatever, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know, Esau knows that you ain't actually got to look at what you're hearing. You can hear it, and it'll have an influence. Words, vibrations, they carry, man. And vibration, every vibration actually touches you. That's something too, man, that y'all got to understand. Vibrations, every vibration that you hear actually goes into your mind. Like if you actually realize our minds record everything, even things that you can't remember or that you don't even realize that you looked at. If your eye gets a quick glance, it's already stored it. It's just we don't have the ability to, you know, eidetically, you know, remember everything like that. But those vibrations, they carry, man, and they actually make it into your mind. That's why we got to filter these things out with the scriptures. That's why we got to keep our understanding. That's why we got to keep our garments. All right, that's why we got to always remember that the chip, the charagma, the mark of the beast is talking about the charagma, which is talking about to insert or make an incision, which the only piece of technology on the planet that is being pushed to insert into you is the RFID chip. All right. So, but anyways, these things, like I said, there's a certain word, and if anybody can, it's gonna be very hard, man. So to give me that word, because I don't even remember it. But it's a certain method that Esau uses to program acceptance into your mind. You may be a little resistant, but when it actually comes to the point where it's rolled out, you're less likely to resist when it's actually brought to you. That's what Esau's trying to do. That's why with these events, these polycrises, that's why they're calling the new strain right now COVID 23 now. People are even questioning what there's a meme that said COVID 23, what the fuck? Question mark. But with these polycrises, that's what they're doing, man. They're testing the civilians, they're testing the population to see how they're gonna act. how they're going to react. It's not gradualism, it's something else. I did use gradualism. Gradualism is a method, but there is something else. Because with gradualism is really more like different devices, but they have kind of a carrying effect of the actual intended device. But this is actually like for instance, I use this example. My chick's son, he'll watch cartoons at times, but there's one on Netflix. It's a cartoon version of Jurassic Park, and repetition too, but there's a specific word behind it. Salaki, I know it's gonna be difficult, man, but my son, man, he watches Jurassic Park cartoon version, and the kids are wondering how they're being tracked by the dinosaurs and everything, and it turns out that they got chips in them. They show it, a microchip. And I was gonna take a picture and post it. I'm like, what the fuck? My chick's son has no idea what that is, but he'll see it, and then later down the line, when he sees it, he's gonna recognize it. He doesn't have any idea what it's about, and neither do y'all people, man. Y'all haven't been around to really understand that this device is intended for an evil intent, a conspiracy. You know. But by the time that this chip is rolled out, man, people are going to accept it. All right, because they've been seeing it. They read up on it. You know, we already know that, again, they're going to come with incentives. The chip is going to do things, man. It's going to perform miracles. It's going to cure. You know, they're already, you know, Elon Musk with his whole ass little technology, claiming to cure certain, you know, diseases, ailments, certain types of lameness. You know, they're gonna say that it's gonna cure cancer. You know, make a man to walk again. Those are miracles. You know, and people are gonna eat that shit up, man. And going back to, man, I want to say this just because I'm happy that I knew it. When I was going to college in 2008, 2009ish, because I actually came into the truth while I was going to college still, but I left after I failed one test, and I dropped out. But I would spend my time reading instead. But I remember one day I had to watch. I was in history, and we were watching a documentary about healthcare. I don't know why, but that's when it clicked. It clicked even before that, but it clicked to me like, this devil's going to try to push his agenda through health. Because think about it, man. Think about this. When Yahushua was on the planet, what was he doing? He was healing. He was making the sick whole again. The lame, he was making them to walk. He was performing miracles through, you know, everyday infirmities and sicknesses and ailments. And the one thing that always stuck with me was when Yahushua would heal, like if a man had a lame hand or he couldn't walk, or if he had a blood disease, what would Yahushua say after he healed him? He said, "Thy faith have made thee whole." So your trust in me have made thee whole. The word whole goes back to the word health. So Esau, we know he has a God complex. He's trying to play God, man. So he's trying to make the people whole. And by you putting your trust in him, assuring you that this technology is going to be for the better and it's going to help, but we want to monitor you to make sure you're safe. That's the lie, man. That's the trap, man. Like, and that's why, like I said, when I was back in college, man, back in 2008ish, 9ish, I knew I just something. Well, the Spirit revealed it to me. The Spirit revealed they're gonna usher this new world order through health, and I was right. I've been right since then, and I've been tripping out, man. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? It was right in front of your face the whole time. You know, so. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we're getting to a point, man, where this is all wrapping up. All right, you know, not too much peace is left in this town or in this land. All right, there's a lot of friction now, man. You got a lot of resistance. People are getting pissed the fuck off. People are getting fed up. They're getting tired of shit, man. They're getting tired that they can't get access to their money. Banks are abruptly closing and taking their money with them. So how do you get your money? You know, so people are getting tired of this shit, man. People like Apostle Rakal mentioning the Social Security. Hey, man, before I came up here, man, I was living with a good friend, but she was living with someone, but that person was on Social Security. All right, but I was finding out that this woman that was on Social Security was barely even making it. She had to work nearly a full-time job. They were calling it part-time. It was damn near a full-time job. This woman's like, the woman out, you know, that we were living with, you know, was like 68, 69 years old, and she's a white woman, you know, and she couldn't make it on Social Security, man, and she was bitching about it. So, you know, which Esau has already made it known, man, that he wants to kill off the old. I mean, shit, they're, you know, not to be condescending to the elderly, man, but I mean, you really serve no purpose once you retire in America, man. America is a prison. America is a corporation, man. So if you retire, that means you've stopped working for the system. Or essentially, you know, Esau has to take care of you now, and you get money where he doesn't. You think Esau wants to share that money? You think he really wants you to retire? No. He wants you to work your ass to death. So Social Security, man, you know, it's not enough for these people anymore. So like I said, people are getting fed up with shit, man. All right? They're barely making ends meet, especially with the inflation, which is intentional. All right? Prices are rising. All right? You know, that same woman, man, that I was living with for a moment, you know, to get my affairs in order with everything, I ended up buying some salmon one day. It's some packaged salmon. You can heat it up. It's actually really good. Had an asparagus in it and everything. And I guess I didn't eat it quick enough, so it got what do you call it? It's spoiled in the refrigerator. And she brings it out. She goes, "You need to eat that." I was like, "It's bad. I'm not gonna eat it." She goes, "Do you know how many people are hungry in Africa?" I was like, "Then you go fucking feed them." You know, but I mean, this is normal talk now. The fact that everybody's struggling, man. Everybody is barely making ends meet now, man. The whole thing with the vid-19, it brought. Look at the middle class, man. They were upset. They were fucking offended, crying and bitching, making videos about high gas prices and shit, man. Well, that's your fucking fault, because you put your trust in a foundation with sand. Again, America was not made, like Apostle Rakal called it. America was an experiment. All right. This place is a prison. All right, pursuant to Isaiah, Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, it calls this place a prison. And it says that Esau did not open the doors of the prison. So we are all slaves here, man. Even of Esau's own people. All right? But now people are seeing it. It is done. This place is fucking done. So it's going to cause even more of an uprising, which the scriptures talk about it, insurrection coming to this place, man. But this is where we're getting to, man. You know, we've been saying for years, this is the calm before the storm. And you see it. You see the natural disasters that are being contributed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But you see what the Lord is doing with this man. He's keeping this devil proud as fuck, man. Keeping him proud as fuck so that he won't turn from what he believes is his own agenda. But this is all the working of the Lord, man, which is beautiful. Hey, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, because it's about to get spicy, man. It's about to get real good. You know, everybody's talking about Trump right now, man. I don't know what's going on with it, man, but you know, there is speculation, there is, calculation that Trump could be, Lord willing, he is. I even said it yesterday. I pray that Trump gets back in the office somehow. Somehow they work something right there, but I pray he gets put in the office, man, because he'll help this place go to shit. He'll help it, man. There was something specific that he was behind. He was the contributor or the designer of this certain plan. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, because it was in the chat that we had last night in the brothers camp chat. Hopefully I can find it. Let me see. I may not be able to find it, man, but yeah, right here. The brother right here, he said he'll get back in, push the MOTB, then get it assassinated. Which, because you had that thing with The Simpsons where they predicted Trump's death. But the brother said, yeah, Operation Warp Speed was Trump's agenda. Yeah, there you go. So he'll get back and push the MOTB, get assassinated. They'll lock the shit down and use the chip to get things back in order. Operation Warp Speed was his agenda that pushed for all vodkas to be pumped. How he did it. But the brother even said that he'll bring it back 10 times harder. Which, hey man, look, Lord willing. It's good to say that your redemption and your salvation draw of nigh, man. So they've said so much in 2023, man. So we got a lot to look forward to, man. Look, here's another thing, man. When I found out about this truth, I started looking up when Esau's plans were to implement fully the RFID chip. It said back in 2009. At that time, it said they wanted to get their plans rolling by 2017. Well, up until that time, you had a lot of companies coming out. Well, the main one was VeriChip, so not a lot, Salakia, but you had a company come out called VeriChip that was producing our radio frequency identification chips. And it said that they said they had millions already made up. But did it happen? No. So it said, I looked up again from 2017, it said that Esau really wants to get this thing pushed fully out by 2027. Well, it's 2023, man. And brothers even made videos, get ready for the long haul, because it may, who knows? I mean, there's still quite a little bit that has to be worked into this thing. A little bit of more spiritual seasoning that needs to be shook on this place to get it really, amped up. But hey, man, Lord willing, if Trump gets into office, that'll happen. But there's a little bit left, man, but we're going to see this. All right. I wanted to quote Job when he said that mine eyes shall see my deliverer, man, and not another's. Like, we're going to actually see it in this time. So I'll just say to the rest, buckle up, get ready for a beautiful, bumpy ride. So, hey, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Lord willing, it was edifying. I did a lot more talking today, but that's kind of what it was really for. We wrapping up, man. Just a little bit longer. We always say just a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Keep going. So, hey, again, Lord willing, it is edifying, man. That's all I ever intend to do these videos for, man. Lord willing, when I do make videos, I do edify. But hey, with that, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Great Millstone only. All right. Peace and much love, honors and blessings to the elect of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which hold their conduct, composure, and integrity. And until next time, Yahweh Bahashim Shai Brakatham, Kwame Sha'Allah, Shalom. Shalom.